one of 500 sets of these golf clubs in the entire world. These are the all-new Cobra Limited with a 3 instead of an E. Genius. 1 star already. 3D printed golf clubs. The world's first commercial 3D set of irons. And I say commercial for a reason, because Bryson Dechambeau shocked the entire golfing world a few months ago at the Masters, where he put a full set of 3D printed irons and wedges in his bag 1 week before the Masters. And we all know how that started. He led round 1 with a score of 65, 7 under par. And today we have Cobras. This could be revolutionary, this could be game changing, this could be the future of irons, and I'm holding 1 of 500 in the entire world, the world's first commercial set of 3D printing irons. But before we get out and test these unbelievable, I have to say, probably one of the best looking irons I've ever seen, I have to tell you guys that they are only available to custom order in the UK, and they come with a hefty price tag. Stay tuned later in the video, because I will tell you exactly how much a set of these are, from 4 iron all the way to pitch and wedge, which, if you put in the market, is one of the most expensive irons on the market. But let's begin with some initial reactions and testing out on the golf course. Play a few holes, see how it feels, see how it performs in my hands, and then head over to the TrackMan to get some official data and numbers, where we will compare this limited edition 3D printed 7 iron to my stock 7 iron. My initial thoughts straight off the bat, unbelievable. It sits so clean behind the ball. Cobra told me that they wanted it to feel and look like a blade, and it does. It has that thin, small profile. It's a lot more compact compared to my original 7 iron in size. They are saying that it's meant to look and feel like a blade, but perform like a game improvement iron. That I don't know yet. But what that basically means, for those that don't know what a game improvement iron is, it's a lot more forgiving, it's got a lot more MOI, it's a lot more forgiveness in the club, just makes it easier for off-centered strikes. So they're saying it performs like that whilst looking like a blade. They're basically saying it's the perfect club. I am hitting a Pro V1X just because Bryson uses a Pro V1X, and he used 3D printing clubs at the Masters as well as a Pro V1X, so that's my theory behind it. I'm not usually an X guy. Oh my Lord, it feels so good. Go in. Oh my Lord. This wasn't the approach I was going to go down, to be honest. I want to talk about the spec of these golf clubs, because I'm starting to understand it and learn it more. And I feel like when I start talking to you guys and start explaining to you, hopefully you will understand, and then we can start talking down in the comments about this and if it is the future of golf clubs. Look at that. These are fast greens as well. That has literally pitched perfectly. Hasn't even rolled up that much. That could have been a hole in one. Obviously this isn't the part of the video, but let's just tap it in for a birdie. And we would have won closest to the pin if we were a part of this whole society, but we're not. We have got more important things to talk about and to examine. Okay, limited with a 3, Cobra limited irons. There's a lot of tech, there's a lot of spec, there's a lot going on. I'm just gonna give you the key points. Again, I don't have data, so I don't know exactly how far this club is flying. We're guessing, we're just feeling. But this unique design allows Cobra to move up to 100 grams of tungsten to be placed in the heel or toe areas. They are saying creates low CG and exceptionally high MOI. Basically means forgiveness. Going back to the point of it being a game improvement iron whilst looking and feeling like a blade. All right, let's get it. 377 yard par 4. Again, just looks so good behind the ball. I like the shape. I actually like that it's slightly smaller than mine. Makes me feel better than what I actually am. Mate, even the sound, crispy. I have to admit, that wasn't the purest of strikes. That was slightly towards the toe. it stayed perfectly straight. I may have lost some distance, so it's going to be interesting to go onto the TrackMan and see how much distance I do lose off centre strike, or is it the fact that I just pured the other one, so on centre strikes are just going so much more further, and off centre strikes I'm just seeing a little bit of a gap. We're not going to know until we get on the TrackMan. I feel like if that was my normal 7-iron, that would have flared a little bit. I think also why it's performing well for me is the fact it is actually the shaft that I would use in my normal irons. So that's the same shaft that's in my irons. It's the KBS Tour Taper S120. The only thing that isn't is I would have my clubs 1/4 of an inch longer. These are standard. So that's the only thing that's a little bit different, because usually with game improvement irons compared to blades is you struggle more with feeling a shot. With a blade, you can really hit a fade, hit a draw, you have more control. Whilst with a game improvement iron, you do have forgiveness and you do have more of a distance, but you do feel like you struggle shaping the ball. Dead straight ball. Dead straight ball. That wasn't a complete centre strike. That was slightly more, you see after grooves there, slightly more of the low part of the face. Forgiveness is up there. They're not chatting about that one. I didn't reach the green in 2, but I didn't expect to reach the green in 2. Gonna play the rest of the hole. I just want to feel what it's like around the greens. I know you're not going to use a 7-iron in this spot, but you know, can you play delicate little shots? You can. It feels very hot off the face. Every shot that I have hit has felt hot. That's something to take into the TrackMan and the data and just see how hot it really is. Five, you know what? Second hardest hole on the golf course, we'll take a 5. Last hole of the on-course testing. I have to say, it's going to come down to the TrackMan and the data that we do see with the new limited 3D printed Cobra iron, because I am absolutely loving the shape, the design, the profile and the performance. My only concern is it feels extremely hot off the face, and I'm going to have to see the numbers. I'm going to have to see how it actually performs. 5th hole, last hole, 163 yards. Let's get it. Feel like I'm going to have to take some club off this, just based on how far we did hit on the 3rd. You know, knock down 7-iron. Sounds so pure, absolute miles long. I've decided I'm not going to play the rest of the hole. I'm long with the green. I'm going to have to hit a flop shot with the 7-iron. We just don't need to. Course is busy. Let's get inside. Let's get to nitty gritty and see what is performing numbers wise. Because I'm mind blown right now and I have to know. I need to know, you need to know. Let's find out what this actually is capable of. We have made it into the studio. We have both the limited edition, limited 3D printed iron, and we also have my gamer, the King Tour 7-iron. Both 7-irons, we're going to be hitting 5 balls each to compare the data from carry to total, ball speed, spin, all the good stuff. I know you guys have wanted to see it for the rest of the video. Let's get right into it. TrackMan is set up, we are ready. We have 5 golf balls laid out. No matter if these are good or bad, we are keeping it real with you guys. You need to see exactly how the club performs, bad or good, distance-wise. My club versus the new limited with a 3. That's going to be a thing from now on. We're going to change that ball because it's got a little bit of a crack in that one. So, yeah. Bad strike. But let's see what a bad strike is. So that slightly leaked out to the right, which would be a bad shot. 148 yards, lost a ton of distance, tons of spin, just not a great swing. Much better indeed. Typically my normal 7-iron, 167 yards, carry usually. Another good one, dead straight ball flight, still a very good shot. See, dropped in ball speed, 160. But as you see with the King Tour irons, Even though I haven't caught every single one the same, and they've all been different shots, draw, fade and straight, they've all been roughly in the same dispersion area, as well as the distance hasn't dropped massively. 167 was a good one, 158 was a bad one. Another good one. Dead straight, again, ball flight. But there you go, 164. That's going to be the furthest one, just because it's drawing. Dispersion-wise, that is the worst shot of them all. All around, this is why I chose these King Tour irons. Let's see what the limited iron compares to. Just like before, 5 golf balls laid out, every shot shown. What's the difference? Please, unless it just sounds and feels hot, let's just see the difference here. Ball speed a little bit lower. Ball speed is a little bit lower, but I have 175 yards. 175 yards of total, 170 carry. You can feel when an iron feels hotter. It sounds louder, but obviously it's going to sound different. It's 3D printed, right? You see spins drop down. I'm actually more suited to this. Dead straight, didn't catch it out of the centre. You can actually see the ball imprint after I show the ball imprint. 172 yards. Can you see right there? You see the ball imprint? That's off the hill. How many yards is that? That's 10. Yeah. That's 10 yards gained. It's just dead straight every single time. It's actually, that's more centered. I actually didn't want to love these irons. That's a bad one. That's a real bad one. I see that one. That, I've nearly missed the club face.
That's good.
Wow. Wow. That shot right there proves it's not a blade. Because with a blade, you guys know, you would not have that sort of result with that shot from a blade. I'm done. Wow, it's just so straight. Forget the number there, it is so straight. Before we get into the price of these bad boys, I just want to say that I'm not a club review professional, I'm not a PJ coach. Everything that you are seeing is from me, a content creator, and what I've experienced with these limited Cobra 3D printed irons for the first time. The only bad thing I can think of is the price. 1 of 500, I have to say that, because it is 1 of 500 in the world. These to me are more for the Cobra fanatic fan that absolutely loves Cobra and really wants to be one of the first and wants a really good iron. They come from 4 to pitch and wedge as a set for £2,499, £2.5 grand for a set of irons, which if you put in the market is one of the most expensive irons on the market. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should put them in my bag, considering that I played so well with them today and my numbers are a lot better. Let me know what you think of the video. Comment down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, liking, and I'll see you guys in the next one.